Welcome to the Nashville Hop On, Hop Off Trolley Tour.
And the building coming to our forward right, it's called the Parthenon. Now they would rebuild the Parthenon with concrete and cement, making it permanent and also making it a 1-to-1 scale replica of the Parthenon in Greece. This is Vanderbilt University. And these are actually the dorms, including that big tower right there. The Vanderbilt University was named after Cornelius Vanderbilt. He was a shipping and railroad tycoon. Gloria Vanderbilt, as well as CNN anchor Anderson Cooper. That's right. Now Vanderbilt was a personal friend of his by the name of Bishop Harry McTeary in his New York mansion. Elvis coming to our forward left across the street on the corner. That is the legendary RCA Studio B. That's where Elvis would record over 200 of his songs. Right next to it, RCA Studio A, founded by Mr. Chet Atkins. RCA Studio A is more of a recording studio today, whereas RCA Studio B is more of a museum.
So let me jump in here real quickly and tell you that Music Row is one of the things that was most enlightening about this tour. I could have driven down this street on my own and not realized what I was looking at. So for those of you who don't know what Music Row is to music what Wall Street is to finance and Madison Avenue is to advertising. So it is a crucial piece of the Nashville scene and something I'm really glad we were able to see on our Hop On, Hop Off bus tour. By the way, this is not someplace you would hop off. And you will know when you are riding the designated locations where you can hop off.
These are very loyal fans, by the way. So those decide which reads, Big Yellow Dog, making training right there, present day. To our forward right, the Quonset Hut. The Quonset Hut is the very first recording studio on Music Row, and he rents it out to Belmont University for $1 a year so they can use it in their music curriculum. You're going to see a statue there. That statue is called Musica, and it was done by artist Alan LaQuire. He is the surprise. This is a 4-star hotel. Only they give you being a 5-star hotel. They do not have a swimming pool. That is our stop number 6. This is the Union Station Hotel. And if you look at the architecture of the building, the corner of this building was built to be the back fin of a 50s Cadillac. This is Country Music Hall of Fame. If you go inside, you'll find Elvis' gold Cadillac. You'll find Dressing Fire Stadium. That's the home of our NFL team, the Tennessee Titans, to our right. Right here on the corner, this is the Acme Farm Supply Building. And this building used to be the very first grocery store in Nashville, the Piggly Wiggly. That's right. Now, to our forward right, we have a bridge here. It's called the John Siegenthaler Pedestrian Bridge. This is one of the longest pedestrian bridges in the United States, stretching 3,150 feet. It also spans across the entire width of the Cumberland River. It's basically an entertainment district, but it's literally an alley, right? And this alley was originally where men would come and hitch their horses as they would walk to the courthouse. It then became our city's central printing district, yielding 13 printers and 10 publishers. And when the onset of Prohibition hit, it was a place that we would keep speakeasies. If you come down here today, what you're going to find is jazz clubs, blues clubs, and a couple of eateries. The guys, when we get under the arc, you can look to the right and look to the left and see down the alley. Red phone booth is actually on 8th Avenue. Now, it's literally a red phone booth that's on the sidewalk. You have to go inside that phone booth and you have to enter the telephone number in order to gain access to the venue. But the only thing about it, guys, is that telephone number changes every single day. So you want to get the number to the red phone booth, if you call the Hermitage Hotel, they'll give the number to the red phone booth. Of the Grand Ole Opry, named after Riverboat Captain Thomas Green Ryman. This is the main entrance of the Ryman Auditorium, but it's not the entrance that you're used to seeing. For instance, if you're watching TV, A Coal Miner's Daughter. That entrance is on the opposite side. It is also our stop number 9. Come on, Lower Broadway. Also, this is going to be Nashville specific. In Nashville, all homes have to be open 7 days a week. So the open at 10 a.m. Kids close earlier than 3 a.m. That's all honky tonk in Nashville. To our forward right in purple, there's arguably the most legendary of honky tonks on honky tonk highway. It's Tootsie Orchid Lounge, owned by this Tootsie Best. Now Tootsie, she was like a mom to the artist who performed at the country music stars, old and new. If you're ever in town, I say, come give me a look. The Hermitage Hotel, and that is Nashville's very first $1 million hotel. Coming to our forward left across the street on top of the hill, that is our state capitol. And it's only one of 12 U.S. Capitol buildings without a dome. As we make a right here, we're approaching our stop number 11. This is the Musicians Hall of Fame Museum. If you go inside, you'll find a lot of interactive space to exhibit. You can check out the Jimi Hendrix as well as Elvis Presley. This museum is open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5. It is closed on Sunday. Stop number 11, the Musicians Hall of Fame.
So we probably should have hopped off sooner, but we were just having fun riding along and hearing about everything we were seeing. However, by the time we got to almost the last stop, we realized we hadn't eaten all day. It's an open air trolley. It was really hot, quite humid, and we were kind of getting exhausted. So my recommendation to you is don't wait until the end of the tour to decide you're going to hop off. We did not get to this place in time to see the actual farmers market and everything that was outside. However, we were really interested in having something to eat. We were able to do that in this gigantic food court and walk around a little bit, see what all they had, and there are plenty of things here, all different types of food. And then when we walked outside, as you will see, there really wasn't much going on because it was later in the afternoon. I think it was almost 3:30, and we wound up getting some home-cooked brisket, greens, green beans, and some really good southern comfort food. My friend got mac and cheese. So here you can see that it was pretty cleaned up, packed up outside where normally they would be having their farmers market. But the hop on, hop off was great. You will see as we hop back on, we have a different tour guide with a whole different style.
He was just like, don't you do it. Actually, he was just like, just my luck. Bless him. So over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see a baseball field, and this is a AAA minor league baseball team called the Nashville Sounds that plays here. They're a farm team for the Milwaukee Brewers. And if you look over on the left here in this gap in the trees, you'll see their scoreboard in the shape of a guitar. Ta-da!
Oh, cute.
And then you'll see it again right after this tree. Ta-da!
Oh, yeah.
And if you look up at the screens, you'll see a picture of it when it's all lit up. The Marathon Motor Works. This was a car factory from 1907 to 1914. During that time, they made a ton of cars up here, but after the place went out of business, their cars became extremely rare. Today, there's only known to be 9 of those cars in the entire world that still exist. But luckily, 6 of them are up here at the stop in a free museum that you can go and check out today. Also, over here, you're going to find a lot of shopping. There's actually about 25 boutique stores inside of the Marathon Motor Works today. We've got about 3 distilleries, a winery, a coffee shop, a sandwich shop, several boutique souvenir shops, clothing stores, jewelry stores. There's a tattoo parlor. There's also a leather worker, several artists that have stores over here.
Now, because it was a really long day and we had already been all around Nashville, we didn't spend a lot of time here, but it was really cool inside. And so we decided, let's go ahead and check it out. And so if you do this tour, you can either start where we started, which was here, but we didn't do any of this in the morning. We just went ahead and got on the trolley. But if you want to start here, you could come and go through the museum first, and then at the end of the day, whenever you make it back here, you won't be all tired like we were, and it might be a little more enjoyable for you. I wanted to show it to you because it was really interesting, and like I said, we were there and it was really cool inside, so hope you enjoy the museum. I also wanted to mention, if you are planning a trip to the Nashville area, it's to your great financial advantage to look around and see what kind of offers and deals are to be had. My friend who recently moved to Tennessee was able to get us a buy one get one free for this trolley because she is a local. She is a resident now. So there are deals to be had, different days of the week, offerings for different things that you may do. So just, keep that in mind as you plan your trip. So thanks for joining me this week. This was a very difficult video to edit because of all the background noise. It's an open air trolley, as I had mentioned, and it was just a really difficult editing. So that's what took me a little longer than usual to get it out to you. Also, I'm sure you noticed that there is a difference in the tour guides on your trolley. So if you're not really digging the first tour guide you get, don't be afraid to hop off and 20 minutes later hop on the next bus that comes by. I was kind of thinking we should have done that, but anyway, we still got to see everything, and it's a great way to decide what you want to come back for the next day and spend a little more in-depth time enjoying. And given the crowds, I think during the week is probably the best. The weekends it gets really crowded. If you've had a recent trip to the Nashville area and want to leave me a comment below on what you found to be some of the most fun and enjoyable activities, let me know. I still have a couple more of my Nashville adventures coming up, and I hope you enjoy those as well. And subscribe if you haven't. You know the drill. Thanks. See you next time. Bye-bye.
You'll find Elvis with gold Cadillac. You'll find the look, the artist updates it every few years.